Peace, family. You tapped into the DOATBM. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content and updates. This one's so groovy, baby. Yeah, so we recorded, man. So I think it's important, man, because especially with the current climate of things that are happening around the world, as we see, not just only in the US but in the UK, people are really showing their true colors.
Yeah, man. We living in some times where, man, a lot of these people, man, they don't deserve life, man. What I'm saying? Like, me personally, I would ever treat anybody like that. I don't care if I really care to be around them or not, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, that goes to show you to say to the world, like, for these animals, these cave dwellers, wherever they came from, ones that act like that, disrespecting these players. You see them dudes already going through stuff. You know what I'm saying? This is beyond basketball, but like, if you feel like you gotta act like that and acting like a savage, no dignity for yourself, it just goes to show you that you're not fitting to live. You know what I'm saying? You need to be put somewhere where nobody can find you ever again, because you out here acting like the devil, out here treating people any kind of way, talk crazy to people. I mean, just that nature, act like that. And to be honest, man, I don't know how the players even deal with that, man, being around some people. I mean, personally, I don't even care to be around most of them anyway. You know what I'm saying? Because, I know that, the minute one of them act up, or they try to threaten me, I'm going to end up having to do something to one of them, or they will end up doing something to me. So, me personally, I don't know. They got to be some brave souls to deal with that. Now, if they try to pull that stuff in Africa or in some other countries where they don't have the numbers like that, they know they would get worse than something happened to them. So, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's like just to show the jealousy and the hate. You don't hear them players calling them out their names. The players say, F you. They didn't even say them, call them turn black. That with the players, they be like, well, we know that, but they have more numbers than us, and we ain't trying to go there. We ain't trying to fight all these. But you know what I'm saying, man? But I think that the federation need to get together, man, find out who these people is, and ban them out the stadium, because there's no reason. They don't need to have the players iron themselves to go play soccer. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It don't make no sense, man.
Yep. I think one of the points that you made, and which I kind of want to expand on a little bit, because I feel in one aspect, people sort of should have not like known better, because you made a good point where you said about the team and the players. I feel as though people were expecting a false reality. Like, I've seen a lot of people that were like, all in support of the team before the game. And this isn't not the team, because I understand it's more the fans and the public and the stuff. So the team, they can work and play together. But the thing is, it's a difficult one, because like you said, people trying to use a message to set a good message to say, okay, this is a positive message, the team, everybody's getting together, or is it just a false reality anyway? Like, where they're showing where they're trying to show a unity that doesn't actually exist.
Yeah, it's an illusion, I think, to a lot of you know what I'm saying, like, maybe it's an illusion that they're trying to create, because we know that a lot of these people, man, these people have mental issues, man, and these people are really, really not loyal fans. They are just bandwagon people, man. They really don't give a damn about the players. They just want to win. And they not real sports. That's not good sportsmanship. And people like that got no place to even be in a venue like that. I mean, to make threats on somebody's life. Now, if that was one of my family members, man, I'd be trying to find out where them do people live at. So I'd probably be trying to deal with them somehow. I really be trying to find out where they live. So if you gonna make a threat like that, you better believe I'm gonna protect myself, and I'm gonna protect people that I love by any means. Because I don't really, at this point, it's not about the sport no more. Now you're making a threat toward my life as a human being now. So now we gotta take it outside the sports now, and that's why I feel like we need to call out these punks out, because that's what they is, these punks, and they feel like they got to team up, gang up on like 2 or 3 people. That's some coward stuff. I don't respect that as a man. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Yeah, no, I'm with you. Some people have also expressed their disappointment I guess, in people of other races, in their quietness, I suppose, within it, because we've seen other people just either just being quiet and being silent about it. Is this like more of the same attitude that's existed over the years, especially within racism and stuff, when, like, you know, when you think about it, they used to go out and commit a lot of heinous acts and people would just sit back and watch it happen? Is this more of the same people see now virtually, where people who say they're not racist and they have like black friends and stuff, but then when things like this happen, they just sit back and watch it?
Man, you know, that's why God is gonna have to. God said that in these days, men's heart will wax cold. If you go through some of the Bible verses, it said many will become lovers of themselves. They'll be worshiping false idols. And we living in a time like that where we are in like Sodom and Gomorrah, man. The world has drinking the wine of Babylon. And if they think that God is going to sit back and allow the resistance to be quiet, because some of them feel like they trying to grow some cojones, and they think that God's work is not going to be completed, I don't give a damn what it is. You know what I'm saying? The Most High works in a parallel universe, and the Most High, man, is gonna bring plagues on these people, man, because it's gonna have to be done. These people, man, are wicked, and they are created to be the wicked. That's how they get down. So why do we think that we need to be in the civilization with them? We need to be praying to separate ourselves from them. That's what's wrong with a lot of our people, man. And I'm speaking on this as a standpoint of my outlook on how the Most High said it should be. Our people should be focused on trying to separate from the world and not be of this world. We need to pretty much come back to the Most High, because that's why a lot of our people, they want to try to go around these people. They want to try to merge with these people, man. It's not gonna work. That's why the Most High study letting this reality sink in with them. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, definitely we can go and look at a lot of different scriptures that attribute to some of the things we see coincide today. Now, what I want to read quickly is, this is a post that was shared by a political activist from the UK who's known for his community work, and he says, I'm going to read this and I'm going to get your thoughts on it. He says, so you know, when the Black Lives Matter protests kicked off and a lot of well-meaning, genuinely interested in substantive change white folk asked us earnestly, what can we do? Today you can do some shit. What is happening today is traumatic for some people of color. The community is under siege. For those that need it, support them and be a friend. Number 2, don't just shake your head or wring your hands when you observe overt racism in front of you. It's more important than ever to call it out and challenge it, even if it's your friend or family member, and that especially goes for my Asian and peeps of dual heritage. Number 3, there are a lot of people that are genuinely scared to go to school or their places of work for fear of being attacked. You can help by making your immediate environment a safe one for people of all ethnicities and advertising very clearly that it is. Number 4, please use this moment to dispel once and for all any lingering doubt you may have that England isn't an intensely racist country. Finally, accept that Meghan has been vilified and bullied because of her ethnicity, and vocally share that fact with your fellow white friends, acquaintances, work colleagues, and that loudmouth twat down the pub. We have tried, but they ain't listening to us. And lastly, number 5, you are obligated to come through for us the same way we have come through for you every time you have needed us. World War I, World War II, NHS, London transport, post-Second World War infrastructure, manufacturing, just to name a few. If you don't know what I'm referring to, either Google why we came over here in the first place or wander through an NHS facility. You owe us many times over. This isn't about the government. They are racist. We know this. This is about you. You need to pick a stance. Hashtag Racism Day. Hashtag Black Lives Matter. So that was posted by black activists, I guess, calling out the hypocrisy. What do you think of those, those questions and statements?
Yeah, I think that was very valid, man. I mean, you made some good points. I mean, these people were obviously given dominion over the world for a time in the season, and so they have the power right now, and they use that power to bully and intimidate. And right now, God said, I would give them dominion for, I think, a few thousand, some 400, a couple thousand, how many years they said they had a time and season of growth in the scriptures.
Yeah.
They said they had a season of rules, so they were created to be the wicked. So the wicked live lawlessness. They don't care about law, even though they implement laws, but little they don't follow these laws, same laws they implement. There's a lot of these institutions, and then like what you just read about the activists, he brought up some good points, man. I mean, they owe us, but that's gonna be okay because the Most High is gonna balance things out. The spiritual realm is gonna have to take over. Spiritual things are gonna manifest, and I think that, man, we need to, like I was saying, like I said with Pharaoh, he said he's gonna harden when he hardened Pharaoh's heart, these people's heart is gonna get hardened, man, and then all the wrath is gonna just break loose on these people. These people are never gonna learn, man, until the Most High is ready to wipe a lot of them out, because these people, man, I mean, it's just, we at a boiling point now, so I'm cool with that. You know what I'm saying? With many of their hearts will wax cold, and this is who they is, and what we need to do is just pray to the heavens and tell the Most High to go ahead and hurry up and turn up these curses on our enemies, because that's what we are. These are our enemies. They are not our friends, man. So we kind of like got some kind of barter system going on with these people, man. We the pawn, and right now they are playing the chess game, and so they, if they really want to make things right, they need to let us separate from them so we can get away from them, and that's how that's going to work. But God is going to have to do that at the same time. You know what I'm saying? We have to do the work, but the Most High is going to assist us when we start doing these things.
Yeah, I think Dr. Boyce Watkins made a great point. He had a guest scholar on his show yesterday. It could have been, I was checking it out, and they was making a point that reparations isn't just this idea that of people, coming up with a handout and saying, give me this or pay me this. It's the idea of repairing the damages that have been put into the system, and not only that, repairing the systemic damages that cause even further more plight to people and cause much more of a struggle. So in a sense, it's not about just asking for like a handout and stuff like that. It's actually creating the room to be treated fairly, be by way of segregation or separation sometimes,
Once you start studying, you start reading the scriptures, it'll tell you exactly who these people are, and that's all you need to know. It will tell you exactly what we're dealing with and who these folks is. And so when we start to manifest and we start to read and we study, and when they start acting like that, and we start quoting Bible verses, the real Bible verses, that will weaken their power every single time. So we don't be surprised it says that when they start acting out, because that's a sign of it's desperation, and it's a sign that they are starting to lose their dignity, and they never really had a lot of dignity, because had they had it, they wouldn't went and murdered the natives, and they wouldn't went and displaced a lot of real Israelites. That's why scattered in all four corners of the earth right now. And so these people, man, don't give a damn. These people are wicked, and they will continue to be wicked until the Most High will have to either kill them off, or he's going to have to just, give us the power to defend ourselves and take them out of power somehow.
I mean, that's what's going to have to happen. Yeah, we definitely don't condone some of the aberrant actions and attitudes shown by people recently. What I find kind of mystifying is the people that take a stance of a blatant refusal to even acknowledge some of these issues that happen, or they, as you said, they take a stance like it doesn't really matter. I was actually speaking to somebody earlier, and I shared some thoughts with him about it. And I'm glad that the activist, he made a great point, because he highlighted mixed race and people in the Asian community, just to illustrate that it's not just white people, but also people of color too. But people of color within the system who maybe are completely Negroid and face the same complete backlashes like Negroid people will. Some mixed people and Asian people, we've covered it in the past, what some Asians do feel about black people in the UK, and some of the Eurasians and Asian people from around the world who, you go in their stores and they treat you away, or because they've got a certain leverage of business and stuff. Even in the UK, you've got newer generations of people who have migrated here over the past few hundred years or so, or maybe the past few 10 or 20 years in some cases, and in some cases have financially succeeded in some senses more than the generations of the black people who came here in the 50s for the Windrush generation and all that stuff. So I think there's a lot of poor attitude and mentality, like you said, when it comes to black people and how they're treated. One thing I do myself, and I'm an advocate for, is the scripture. And when I do come across people that show a poor spirit or character, I do often lambast them with scripture, or go into some scriptural references, or speak about, just wicked and corrupted people and the way they act. And it's funny because a lot of times they then change their tone.
Right, bro. Yeah, man. Because that's how it is, bro. They live in lawlessness, and they living like they just don't care, man. That's what the wicked is, and they admitted that they wicked, bro. So it says that who will bring us down? You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people don't want that's involved with these people. They want to constantly deal with these people. They want to be involved with these people. So, man, unfortunately for a lot of them, God is gonna have to destroy a lot of them too, because that's why they kind of get. Some of them get what they deserve, bro. When you around people, a snake is a snake, like you said, that cartoon you put out, which a lot of people don't want to see that cartoon about with the frog, and he talked about with the snake, and he said, well, I was a snake when you picked me up, and that's what we're dealing with, bro. So, we have to watch out for them, man. So we just have to just stay in this truth, keep pushing this doctrine, man, till the Most High start putting curses on them, man. And that's how that is, bro. And I won't feel sorry for damn one of them, because they get what they deserve. Because the energy that they putting out, bro, it's not surprising me, because that's what it is. And so it don't surprise me with these wild barbaric bastards. They get whatever punishment the Most High bring on these bastards, man.
And we do want to say kudos to those who have used their voices and spoken out and have condemned, the recent terrible actions, displays of character.
Terroristic, inhumane, just I don't even know if they've been humans. They're probably from another, they're probably aliens, bro. They're probably reptilians or something, bro, because humans don't act like that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, so yeah, that's just disgusting, and you know what I'm saying, like crazy, bro. Like, they're the only people that cause problems.
Humanity should have love for your fellow human man. I mean, what I find super ironic about this, not to stay on the tangent of the football, but to use that as an axiom for this conversation, is what I find interesting is, prior to the game, to the big game, I should say, there was a whole lot of, I don't want to say propaganda, but a whole lot of media promotion, and people saying, this team celebrates unity, it celebrates LGBT, it celebrates equality and everything, and as soon as they lose, all that goes out the window. So I don't know, it kind of looks like hypocrisy to me.
Yeah, I agree. There you go, man. That's all it is, man. It's easy to say one thing, but then you got savages like that in the games talking, and I'm jealous of them boys out there playing hard. And you put half of them out of shape old fuckers in there, they wouldn't even be able to run a mile. They talking that crap, bro. It's easy to sit down and criticize, say this and that, but put yourself in their shoes. Most likely, there's probably some fat motherfuckers that's probably taking Viagra or angles. I'm sorry, I don't mean to say fat. I'm not fat, but there's probably some old Confederate flag Nazi child molesting dudes, man. They're this player hating. They probably ain't got the money. They probably, half of them probably broke. And you know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
It's definitely disappointing as an example for, I guess, a country that should be seen as one of the leading nations for soccer or football. And even some of the people in Italy that chimed in and were saying, kind of disgusting England. They were like, it's only a game. You shouldn't treat your players like that. So it kind of makes England look bad at the minute. Puts them under the microscope, especially considering a few months back England was saying that racism has, died down in England. It doesn't exist anymore.
Is king, and Most High is going to have to deal with the enemies. And a lot of people, man, unfortunately, they realize who their enemies is, man. You know what I'm saying? You don't say, hey, I want to integrate with my enemies. You want to separate from your enemies spiritually and physically, man. That's how it is, man. A lot of people are too busy just even it ain't so much our people too. A lot of cultures, when they come over to this country, man, they lose sense of their culture, history, and they get fooled by all the materialism and the wealth, and then they want to try to pick up the ways of these people. These people are just off balance, man, off balance with nature, and they're off balance with everything, man, that God represents, bro, pushing the gay agenda. And I have no problem. I don't hate nobody that's living that lifestyle, but I don't agree with that lifestyle, and I'm scared to say that. And so this is just real, some valid points. You know what I'm saying? It's like a drug addict, right? I don't hate them. Some people might say, well, I hate drug addicts. No, you have to understand, you got to go into the root cause of why they like that. Yeah. Something might have happened to them. They probably got raped when they was young, but that don't mean you're going to go do drugs and kill yourself because you figure like, hey, you know what? Somebody introduced me to heroin, somebody introduced me to crack, so I might as well go become a crack addict. And then it makes it bad. A lot of the hypocrites in this society, bro, they say nothing. They just shove it up under the rug. Now, where's all the religious leaders, so-called religious leaders, that why they not speaking out against how these animals, these terrorists, making terrorist threats and trying to bully and gang up on 3 young boys, you know what I'm saying, because they doing their jobs, you know what I'm saying? That goes to show you the hypocrisy in this world. That's why a lot of people lose faith in this world, man. A lot of people, man, they ain't nothing. They just contradict themselves, and they self-righteous a lot of times, so.
Yeah, it's a great point, man. And with that note, man, we're gonna definitely tune you guys back in with updates on this situation as it unfolds. And we do once again say that we condemn all racist and negative actions towards people. Peace, family. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and check us out on outnotonline.com. Don't forget to check us out on Facebook for exclusive playlists and social media for all different types of segments and content.